guys, welcome back to Many Tribes One Kingdom. I'm Dustin, and I'm joined here with a future evangelist and future leader in the army of God, and he is.
Hey, it's John. I wouldn't call myself a leader, but let's move on.
You can't argue the future evangelist.
I'm not. I'll gladly accept future evangelist. I consider myself one now, sir.
Oh, amen. There you go. You win this one.
I always win. Anyway.
All right.
So, it is December 31st, 2020.
Wow. Can't believe we reached this point.
Can't believe it, but man, am I happy we did.
I mean, I'm still in January in my head. I mean, goodness, this year just flew by me.
Yeah, well, this is why we leave your head behind when it comes to planning.
Oh, hey, look, I felt my head felt like it was on like a bullet train all the way to the end of the year.
Yeah. Anyway, so first things first, Happy New Year's Eve to everyone out there.
Yes, Happy New Year's Eve.
Woo! All right.
We made it. There we go. Look, we made it. If you're watching this video, you made it through the year 2020. I have nicknamed it, and I'm pretty sure no one else is going to argue with me on this one, the year of heck.
You know, it's fun.
What?
This year called 2020, which represents vision, and as the joke I've told people ever since this year started, this is the year that's the exact opposite of my eyes.
It can't be the exact opposite, John, because you can still have light. You still have light perception.
Only in my right eye. Okay, fine. This year meets my left eye. How about that?
There we go. There we go.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into today's quick discussion. This isn't really a teaching video, guys. This is more just a video, kind of a celebration, I guess you would say. So, every year has its highs and lows. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I know I told you not to be so cheery, but don't try to be so down in the dumps either.
Yes, Johnny. Yes, it is. There's always downs.
All right, so let's get into this before people start clicking away from the video. So we'd just like to share with you guys our highs and lows for this year. We will start with our lows. I always believe in starting with the bad news, ending with good news. So, yeah, do you want to go first, Dustin, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right, now we are on a 5-count limit, guys, just because we don't want to keep you here too long. We know you want to spend time with your family, with your friends, and with your sparkling cider.
Well, what we hope is sparkling cider.
Hey, I got mine. All right. So, highs and lows for this year. Let's start with my lows. First low that I can tell you is, so for me, SSC has been something you guys know I've loved doing it. And this year I was actually signed up to be a team leader. And due to the COVID restrictions, unfortunately, our trip was canceled. And so, of course, it figures the year I'm a team leader is the year it gets canceled. So that was definitely a low for me. It really did hurt not being able to do it. I was very excited for it, but, you know, life goes on. But that's definitely a low for me. Do you want me to do the rest of mine, or?
Yeah. We said we were going to do all. One person's just going to do all their bads, then the other person will do all their bads, and then we'll get to the good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So another low for me, definitely, and this one is one that I'm still experiencing right now, guys. I've had a lot of problems with my ears and stuff in the past couple of months. I've had a lot of ear infections, a lot of headaches, a lot of migraines, a lot of jaw pain. We just finally got that figured out today. So that's definitely been a low for me. Actually still in pain right now, but yeah. So that's definitely been a low for me. I've not been having fun ever since like September is when it all started. Another low for me is definitely the COVID restrictions. You know, I'm not an extrovert, guys. I'm a very introverted person. I'm not a very social person, but I've missed the interactions I could have had this year. Like for instance, like Dustin and Caleb live all the way over in Baltimore, and I live all the way over here in Martinsburg. And so all the stuff we normally do over the year, we haven't been able to do, like meeting up at different Salvation Army events. So that's definitely been a low for me. I've missed things like, we do family camp every year, and we didn't have that this year. TYI, youth councils, we missed out on the stuff, which leads me into my fourth one, which is also missing out on church fellowship. I understand we've been doing things online and everything, but I've missed the interactions with the other people, and which, also I've missed the children. I've missed teaching my Sunday school class. So really, almost every single one of my lows for this year, except for the ear one, is related to COVID. So I would say those would be my 5 lows for the year. Dustin, what's yours?
Okay, so it's hard to remember because honestly, like I said earlier, I still feel like I'm in January. I've been so there's a lot of lows for this year, and there's also a lot of highs. So one of my major lows is the place to which I work out. I won't say where I work. Due to some circumstances financially, not COVID related, we were forced to let go of some long-term employees, close friends of mine who I've worked with over the years, and it was a tough thing to go through to see them leave, not being able to interact with them every day. It was very heart-wrenching. But they all do have jobs now, which I'm very thankful for, that they do all have jobs. I just do miss interacting with them on a daily basis. Just recently, I lost a very good friend of mine who I just got back in contact with his wife. I was just going to get back in contact with them, have a weekly Bible study with them. Unfortunately, with this COVID hitting so quickly, it ruined the plans. And then recently learning that he had passed away was very heart-wrenching because of COVID-19. Another one, again, it's everything that encompasses COVID-19, what John said with COVID-19, missing out on our youth, on our Salvation Army events. It brings us all together, and church, fellowship. That was something that I always look forward to, even though I sit in the back and I can just control the audio and visual effects of the decor. I'm not sitting in the pews. I still love that fellowship. Even doing what I do, that's my form of fellowship with you guys, and I really do miss that. However, and it's just been one part of the year that I hope I get back to next year. That 2021 is better than 2020. So there's my list. So John, you want to start us off on what good happened this year?
All right. So there is some good. There's actually a lot of good. Recently, I've been looking at the good instead of the bad. So, number one thing, starting this channel.
Oh, whew.
I have loved every minute of this. This has been an incredible ride for me, guys. I've loved doing it, and I am very glad that we started this channel. Number two, and for those of you who saw my recent video that I made by myself, you will know this, is I finally learned to let go of the past. I had a lot of guilt that I was carrying around, a lot of self-loathing, and I recently learned to let it go. I learned to see myself the way God sees me instead of the way, people see me. Another high for this year. Our new officers are awesome. Martinsburg Corps, we got new officers. They were awesome. They are a lot of fun to be around. What was that? 3?
Yeah, that was 3.
Okay, 2 more. Okay, I have been growing in maturity. You know, that I've been learning a lot more recently, especially when it comes to scripture, when it comes to evangelism, apologetics. I've learned a lot more. And then my fifth high for this year, because again, we will keep it brief. Oh, I just lost it. What was it? Wow. Wow. Oh man, that's gonna bother me now. I remember now. So I've started taking my calling seriously. My calling to officership, I answered this back in 2017. I'd been slacking, I'd been putting it off and everything, but this year God has finally, God got through to me. I finally stopped doing what I wanted and started listening, and I've started to take my calling to officership very seriously. So those are definitely my highs for this year. Dustin, what about you?
Well, definitely one of my big highs is starting this channel. One thing I never thought, getting into this channel, which is molding into sort of my calling to officership, I never thought that when we started this channel, I was going to do or start a series on the names of God. And I honestly, when I started this year off, I never thought I was going to, we're going to have a YouTube channel. I always heard John how he did his YouTube channel, and I never really thought about, doing anything like that. Actually, a few years ago, I did do like one YouTube video a while back, and didn't go very well. It was back in like 2018. Well, I wouldn't say it didn't go very well, but anyways, I digress. Starting this YouTube channel was really a big highlight for this year, and doing it, doing these videos with John, and it was wonderful. Another one, I'm going to steal some of John's because John's really good. Growing in the faith definitely this year through conversation with John and a few others. Really expounding upon my faith and going deeper than the surface level. Discovering that there's another part of the iceberg I'm not seeing. I got to use that one for the future. Wow. And yeah, third one, definitely the continuing stewardship and leadership of Lieutenant Antiona Willis, who's at the Hampton Corps. He has just been an inspiration to a lot of the young people and the older people at the Corps. Not just with just telling us or teaching us directly, but the indirect things that he's showing us what it means to be a Salvation Army officer. It's been a very big inspiration how to carry ourselves into that. And the fourth, you see where this is leading to, I call to officership. Oh man. Yes, as John often jokes around that I'll be the next general of the Salvation Army. I hope that don't get to that point, but if God leads me in that direction, I hope to get there. But I've been taking it a lot more seriously as I did. I did my first sermon back in, wow. I think it was like September, August or September.
Before that.
Before then? Oh wow. I don't remember what
spring.
It was in spring? Oh. I'll get that month back to you. I tried to forget it, but I'm never going to forget the last sermon I did, which I'm really going to start claiming that to be my very first true sermon. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I truly listened to God, and it flowed so well, and that's how I know that the sermon was what God needed me to say.
Hold on, I'm making a video. 5 minutes. Sorry.
And that date is December 27th. You saw it on here. Sorry for the pause. John distracted me. Oh, it was a good distraction. On December 27th, or the sermon that I delivered on December 27th about getting back to basics, I'm claiming that as my first true sermon where I really listened to God. What will be my last one? Wow. My last one will actually be the continuing conversations that I have with our group call that we have most nights with me, with John, with Caleb, Angel, and Demetri. You know, that's really a beneficial thing. Regardless of what we're talking about, we're always learning something new, and we're always very excited. So yeah, that's all 5 of mine. So John, if you had to give 2020 a rating out of 5 stars, how many would you give it? And
Can we give it a
why.
negative?
A what?
Can we give it a negative number?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5.
Okay, now why do you say that?
Well, not the worst year I've had, but definitely some downsides to it, and I definitely don't want to repeat this year.
Okay. This is actually going to come as a surprise to you. I didn't tell John earlier what my rating was when we were discussing today's video. But I'm actually going to give this year a 5 stars.
Huh?
And the reason why I say that, don't beat me over with a stick. I know COVID-19 was very bad, but it opened my eyes to, one, my calling. Secondly, it showed me that we need real, true leadership back in the church, and for that leadership to rise up now more than ever. And that's one thing that 2020 showed me, is that we're not in that comfortable zone anymore. We need this church to arise so that the gospel message of Jesus Christ can bring hope to this nation and to this world. And honestly, that's the reason why I give it 5 stars, because we need to rise up. Because God showed us that where we are failing and where the church needs to step up in. And it's a lot of areas. So if you think there's not a lot of work ahead, guess what? Think again. There's a lot of work ahead of this. And at first, right now, with what I said earlier, we need to get back to our basics and then build the foundation from there.
All right. Well, I really think that's all we have for you guys today.
Yeah. Right.
We hope you guys have a good new year. We hope you'll subscribe so that Dustin will finally cut his hair.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
No.
I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. I hope they do, but I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they want to see this man bun go away.
They better. His hair is an eyesore.
John, your fashion sense is an eyesore, and I'm sure Captain Josh can agree with me.
Oh, by the way, it's his birthday.
Oh, that's good. Dang.
Yep. So we're gonna let you guys go. Have a great new year with your family. Don't do anything stupid. So don't grow your hair like Dustin's or anything like that.
Hey. Come on now. Come on. You know you want this majestic stallion of hair.
Duh. Oh, okay.
Well, Dustin, God bless you guys, and I hope you have a safe year. And just like John said, be safe. You know, this is not a time for you to do something stupid. 2020 is not over yet, so we got a few hours. We got some hours left. All right.
Well, we will talk to you guys next year.
See you next year, guys.
Bye.